Chofu is less than 20 minutes by train from central Tokyo and it feels a world away. There's a lot that makes it special. Join us on a half-day trip for monsters, yokai, street food and a surprise festival. Plus, at the end, how you can go to an onsen hot spring bath there. This may not be something for your top 10 things to do in Tokyo, but it's great for your second trip to Japan or your third or fourth time when you want somewhere new to visit and see a laid-back slice of life in suburban Tokyo. We're starting off taking the train from Shinjuku station. It's the Rugby World Cup mascots at the Keio Line part of Shinjuku station. Today we've come out to Chofu for a mini half-day trip. The train here is pretty quick from central Tokyo. We came from Shinjuku on the Keio line and it only takes 16 or 17 minutes if you take a rapid train. So it's pretty close to the centre, but this place should have a different feel to central Tokyo. The train was 242 yen. You can use your Suica card and the trains were really frequent. There was one every 10 minutes. At the moment it's a weekday in the morning. Not all the trains here are rapid, so to save yourself some time, the easiest way is just to have a look on Google, type in Shinjuku station to Chofu station and pick one of the ones that takes 16 or 17 minutes. Chofu is known for monsters and yokai. As soon as you get to the station, it's decorated with pictures of monsters. This giant turtle is Gamera, Godzilla's less famous cousin. Its movie studio is in the area. From Chofu station, you can either get a bus to Jindaiji or you can walk. It'll take about 25 minutes, so we're going to walk. Yeah, it looks like we've taken a good route from the station. This pathway is to visit historical and cultural sites of Chofu and to come in touch with nature. Nice. Looks like there's a little bamboo grove in there. I always love a bamboo forest. This temple we've come across on the way is Futaden Jinja. This may not be a famous temple, but it's so peaceful and calm, and a completely different experience from visiting famous ones like Sensoji. It's the start of March and some of the plum blossoms are out. Nice to see signs of spring brightening up the place. This shrine is dedicated to the god of learning, so local people come here for good luck in their exams. You can stroke the ox statue for good fortune. We carried on walking through the suburban streets. This blossom tree was really striking. We're just cutting through a little park and there's a little Shinkansen for kids to play on. Cute. There was hardly anyone else around for most of the walk. It was so peaceful and relaxing. Maybe we didn't see anything that amazing, but walking from place to place gives you a glimpse into everyday Japan that you wouldn't see otherwise. It looks like we're getting to the start of the Jindaiji area now. There's a few restaurants and some food stalls. Their plum blossom festival's on at the moment. What I didn't realise was that completely by chance we just stumbled across Jindaiji's largest festival, the Daruma Market, which is every year on the 3rd and 4th of March. This goes on for quite a long way. There's a long queue for something. There was a water wheel further along there. Nice seeing this little canal. You can probably see it better when the food stalls aren't here. I knew the Plum Blossom Festival was on at the moment and there might be some food stalls, but I didn't expect there to be so many of them. That was quite a long street and it was quite narrow, but there's just so many people along there, really busy. We took a kind of a roundabout route here through some residential streets and it was kind of interesting to see places where people live and just quiet streets. Someone laughing at me. It was interesting to see where people live and quiet streets and just parks, and walking along by a river was really peaceful. And then to come in here and suddenly it's so busy through all the food stalls. So now we're gonna pick something to have for lunch. We've got some butter potatoes, jaga butter, and you could help yourself to mayonnaise and kimchi. You might think, what's the point of just getting potatoes, but these are delicious. They're really fluffy and they taste really good. They've got quite a lot of salt and butter on. That's probably why they taste so good. I've got some yakisoba. It smells so good. that yakisoba sauce looks really good. There were just so many options, it was hard to know what to pick. And all the stuff you can get from food stores is things you can't normally get from restaurants here or normally get at home at all. Just things you wouldn't normally see. Okay, maybe yakisoba wasn't the most exotic choice, but it's just so satisfying. Mayonnaise wa kakimasu ka?
Hai, arigatou.
Here's got some takoyaki. These are massive.
They are. I didn't maybe I've forgotten how big they normally are. All these are extra large.
Compared to the ones you can get other places.
But the bits of octopus they had out the front were pretty huge too, so I guess you need enough batter to cover them.
I guess so. And they were making them fresh on the stall. What a place to sit and have lunch. We tried not to sit anywhere too disrespectful right on the temple walls. How's the takoyaki feel?
It is delicious. Like, there's nothing like freshly made takoyaki. As always, it is hot on the surface of the sun, so you have to be a bit careful when you eat it. But yeah, I've been really missing eating this. I've pulled this one apart to try and cool it down a bit, and you can just see the size of the octopus they put in there.
Wow.
It's huge. Back home, you get a tenth of that, if any at all, I think sometimes.
And remember the takoyaki you had at Disney World?
Oh yeah, that was cold. I think they made it about 3 hours before and just handed me a cold plate.
With zero care, you just sort of threw it on the counter, didn't you?
And I ate it, and I thought it was just batter. I don't think there was anything else in it at all. That was not good, and it cost probably about at least twice as much as this. What, paid 500, 600 yen for this?
600 yen.
Yeah, I must have paid a good £8 or $8 or something.
These stickers on the temple are called Senjafuda, and when people go on a pilgrimage to the temple, they put a sticker on there with their name, and then they get good fortune for as long as the sticker lasts, and you can still read their name. I'm guessing not just anyone can put their sticker on there, but it's a nice idea.
Can I put some of our band stickers on there?
Those fine strangers.
Good fortune, could use some of that.
Definitely. We're lucky to be here while the festival's on, and there's all these food stalls here. But if you were here on a normal day without the festival, I think you'd be able to see the actual grounds a lot better because the stalls are blocking quite a lot of the views. So I think it'd still be a lovely place to come.
So I'm never a big fan of crowds, and whenever I think, oh, there's a festival on somewhere, I'm always think, do I really want to go? I thought it'd be quiet here today, but it's not, it's quite busy. But once you get in there, it's really festive and it's just good fun, and you see all the food and everyone's having a good time. And yeah, I really like it. I'm always glad I've come to this. Same with the one that we went to in Osaka for the cherry blossoms. Really busy. But it was brilliant, really good time. So if you're like me and not a huge fan of crowds, these can still be an excellent time, so don't get put off just because of that.
Whenever you're in Japan, look up what festivals are on, and whatever there is, just go along to it and have a look. There are so many throughout the year, all year round, and in all areas of Japan. I actually make a calendar with the dates of festivals in Japan. It's available towards the end of the year. So far it's always sold out by Christmas, so if you want to know when pre-orders open, there's a link in the description to join my email newsletter, and I'll let you know when it's available. These little streams around are so pretty. This tree looks more like a cherry blossom than a plum blossom. Maybe it is.
The waterfall behind you.
Ah, it's a nice view. This chain is for when it rains. The water droplets drip down the chain and make a nice pattern. Look, this sign's being held in place by little pumpkin weights. Cute. Behind me is the botanical gardens. It looks really nice, like a big park. We don't have that much time, so we're gonna just walk around and see what else there is. You have to pay to get into the gardens, and there's a big queue over there for something. I think it's one of the soba restaurants. There seem to be particular things that are really popular, like a couple of the food stalls had really long queues. How do people know these are the good ones? So sweet potato van, amazing, yummy. These are ema boards that you find at most temples to write your wishes on, and lots of these have animal drawings on, and right opposite it looks like it's a kind of animal sanctuary. There's special angel care for animals. You can often buy these charms at temples and shrines, and usually they're for something, for good luck or good fortune in something. So I'm wondering, because of all the pet stuff, maybe these are charms to keep your pets safe. Everything's for pets here, right by the bathroom. And there's a little pet shower and somewhere to hook up your dog, to park your dog.
I think perhaps whilst having a shower.
Oh yeah, so they don't run away. That makes sense. It's not right to film it directly, but just behind me is a little area with lots of stones, and some of them have got dogs and cats on, so I think it must be a pet cemetery. This nice flower and plant shop looks like it's permanent, so this would be here all year round. The 3rd and 4th of March is the Daruma Festival as well as the Plum Blossom Festival. So that's why there's loads of stalls here selling Daruma. I just spotted some Amabi Daruma, really cute. Daruma are dolls that people buy at the start of the year. They have 2 white eyes. So when you buy them, you fill in one eye, you draw the pupil in black, and that's when you start a goal or a project or start working towards something. And then when you complete it, you fill in the other eye. Daruma are made of paper mache, but they're weighted at the bottom so they can wobble, but they don't fall down. And that represents how you might waver on your path to achieve your goals, but you'll get there in the end. That's what the different colours represent. There's one for safe driving. There's so many, and all these stores are selling basically the same thing. These ones are really cute. Oh, if you're here when the festival isn't on, there are quite a lot of restaurants around here. Soba noodles are the specialty food of this area, and there's quite a lot of restaurants. Here's one of them. It's nice outside, it looks really peaceful. One of the stalls was selling Tanuki statues. It's almost time for us to go. We've got to get back to Tokyo to catch the bullet train to Nagoya next. I don't really feel like I've seen much of Jindaiji itself because of all the festival being here, but I've really enjoyed being here. I'd definitely come back another time and see what's happening then, or even if there's nothing on, it's a lovely place to visit. And it's just been really pleasant strolling around. It's hard to believe this is so close to central Tokyo when it feels so different. It's much calmer and much more relaxed, and it's nice to be out with the trees, and there's so many picturesque, cute little places. If you don't have much time on your trip and you're only going to Tokyo, I think this would be a really good place to come for an afternoon, just to see a different side of Japan. We're walking back through Jindaiji Castle Ruins Park, a nicer route back to the station. There's a turtle in the water. Cute. This is a nice walkway along the middle. Chofu was the home of Shigeru Mizuki, a manga artist. On this street, called Tenjin Dori, there are lots of statues of Yokai, that's Japanese monsters, from their most famous series, Gegege no Kitaro. Even if you don't know the manga, it's fun to spot them. There's actually a yokai cafe and shop called Kitaro Chaya. It's near Jindaiji. We got distracted by the festival and ran out of time, but if you're into yokai, it's a must visit. Something else we didn't visit is the hot spring baths called Yumori no Sato. Onsen are usually in the countryside where there are natural hot springs. You don't really find them in the city. So if you're in Tokyo and you want to try an onsen, but you don't have the time to stay overnight in a ryokan, this is a great option. There are several baths, indoor and outdoor, and the water's naturally dark, almost black. Somehow it suits the yokai theme. You can also paint your own pottery at Musashi no Jindaiji Gama Pottery Workshop. If you choose the raku course, it only takes 20 minutes to bake it, so you can take it home the same day. So that was Chofu and Jindaiji. It's such a picturesque, chill place. Perfect if you want a break from Shibuya, Shinjuku and all of inner city Tokyo. And it's less than 20 minutes by train. I hope you enjoyed seeing the yokai, the street food, the Daruma Market and those good luck charms for pets. It takes me ages to edit my videos, so I hope you enjoy them. And if you know someone who's going to Japan, please do pass it on. And I'll see you next week with more Japan videos on Thursday.